All right. So you have hopefully found your way to our Bulldog Beat online newspaper. Now it's time to get you signed in and posting. First, let's start with how you sign in. If you are on the journalism staff, the way that you sign into this site is you go all the way to the bottom after you've gone to ihsbulldogbeat.com, and you'll notice that at the very, very bottom in the lower menu, there's a login option. You'll click on login. If you're new, you haven't done journalism in the past, your login is going to be your first name and last initial. In my example here, I'm just using example. And then you have been emailed your password. Now, when you log in for the first time, you'll see all sorts of potential tutorials and training materials. If you feel like you need a little extra help, then you're more than welcome to look through these different menu options. You can toggle between the dashboard, which is where you add information to our online newspaper, and the view of the newspaper by the tab at the top and clicking on the Bulldog Beat. It will take you right back to our live page. And then again, if you click on it, you'll see an option as dashboard, which will bring you right back to the dashboard, which is how you add a post to our site. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to update your profile. Profile is in the lower left-hand corner of your menu. You'll click on it. This gives you an option to change the colors of the page if you want to change your colors just for you. You'll add if you want to change your username or your first name or anything that I have pre-programmed in for you. You can also then add in your biographical information. This is the bio that we wrote in class, a little blurb of 150 words or less that describe who you are. Keep in mind, it should be creative. It should capture your personality. We don't want them all starting out with the same, this student is a senior at Ionia High School. Instead, we want it to be full of vivid description in life. Let some of your personality shine through. You'll be writing these in third person as if someone was writing about you. Once you've added your profile, you can generate a new password other than the one that was preset for your account to increase your security, and then you'll hit Update Profile. Now that gives information to people who are also using the site for journalism class as to who you are, but it's not posted publicly out on the online newspaper site. To change that, you'll need to add a staff profile, which is also in the menu. You'll click on New under the Staff Profiles option, and you'll create your online staff profile. Under where it says Enter Title here, you will enter your full name. And then, just like you did under Profile, you'll be copying and pasting and adding your bio here. So again, this should be about 150 words. It will end up being a little bit more about maybe what you do for fun, some of your hobbies or special honors and awards, something to help us get to know you a little bit better. When you hit submit for review, it sends it to me, your advisor. You can change the name down here. You can add a staff position. Most of the time what we'll just add is writer. But if you are taking on an editing role, or if you want to add in that you are a sports journalist, you want to make sure that 2015-16 is checked off for the year. And when you end up hitting submit for review, again, it sends it to me for approval. Once I approve it, you'll get a bounce back, which will allow you to, after it's been approved, to add a picture. And it'll change from submit to review right here to add a feature image. And you'll click on feature image, and you'll be able to post a picture of yourself. Again, it should be a school appropriate picture, but one that maybe captures a bit of personality. So for example, if you're going to be writing regular articles about fashion, then maybe it's a fashion sort of forward picture. Or if you're doing mostly sports, maybe it's your football picture. Or if you are our comic creator, then maybe you use just an avatar of yourself or a comic that you've created. So be a little bit creative with those staff pieces, because ultimately you're going to find those live on the site. You'll notice the last menu item on our online newspaper is that of staff, and it highlights some of the people who are writing as part of our class. This is where you will find our bios that have already been added, and you'll see the pictures for those people who have already added pictures come up in those bios. Every time then that you end up writing a piece and posting it to our site, it'll be linked with your profile. So someone who is interested in reading all of the pieces that you have written, for example, will be able to click on your profile and we'll be able to see if you've written multiple things. It will be listed right here. All right, back to how you add stories to this site. So adding a story to the site is actually very, very similar to adding a staff profile. You'll notice in the menu on the left-hand side towards the top, one of the options is stories. You'll want to click on new. Now what you'll end up doing is adding your story that we've already been working on for the past week. Your title will go at the top here. And then you'll copy and paste your piece from your Google Doc into the story. You'll add your writer's name and job title again. If there's an image that you would like to have featured, which is what will be posted out on the main page so that when people click on it, it'll take you to your particular story, you can add those here as well. To add images into your piece, you'll also notice that you have, or to add graphics, into your piece, you'll notice you have some options along the side here too. So if you want to change, like if you want to have like a subheading, if you want to have a different sort of look to your article, if you want like a little excerpt to pop up as people are rolling over the image to find your piece, usually one sentence, you'll add it there. You'll click off categories. Is this a news article, a sports article, a student life article? And you'll see that a good chunk of your information will be here. Now, before you can add images, you will have to submit it for review. That goes to me. Once I have approved it, again, just like we did with the staff profiles, you'll get the ability to go back in and edit and add images on. You'll notice that you'll be able to, using the menu at the top, add in an image. You'll have the option to add an image. A new menu option pops up when you go back through and you edit it. So we'll add those in that way. For right now, though, the text is what we need to get added to the site. And then we've just explained how to do that. If you ever have questions, you'll find a ton more information on the main dashboard as well. Those tutorials will stay on the site so that you can see them at all time. You can click on tutorials and it'll walk you through how to add all sorts of different information.